1, 2, 3.
Perfect. This is Where's the Flag, guys?
Where's the Flag podcast? This is your host, Lori, and
Lauren.
Welcome. We are on episode 11. We're on episode 11, and we are so excited to have Angela here with us. So, Angela, let's let's just start getting into it. Talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, like where did you get started with stuff?
Where did you get started with stuff? Where are you from?
Yeah, sorry.
Originally, I'm from the Rio Grande Valley, so it's really deep South Texas. It's I don't even know. It's like maybe 4 hours from me now. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, still in Texas.
Okay.
It's just like deeper South Texas.
Okay.
And I'm originally from there. Pretty much grew up there.
Your whole life, like even high school?
Yeah, high school.
Did you play high school sports?
I did.
You did? What'd you do?
Basketball mainly, and I also did track and field and softball.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Your favorite? What was your favorite sport?
Basketball. Yeah, I stuck with that.
What position did you play?
Originally point guard.
Okay.
It changed a little bit going into college, so I carried that through college. Down
Where'd
there in the valley,
you play college?
There in the valley. It's called UTRGV, so it's like a smaller Division I down there. And so I stayed close to home, played. I transferred out for my junior year only to play in Arkansas at Southern Arkansas.
Really? Okay, that's dope.
Yeah, and then I ended up heading back. It was more so school transfer things, and I was not staying an extra year in school, so I went back to finish. To finish on time with my degree, and then I ended up coming to San Antonio like pretty much a month after I graduated to start an internship in my graduate program and stuff like that.
What was your graduate program?
Exercise science.
Okay, so what you're into right now?
Exactly, yeah. So I've been doing that for a good while, and started out with a lot of like collegiate, like learning collegiately and everything for strength and conditioning throughout school and internships and stuff. And then just kind of stuck with that. Worked at different facilities out here in San Antonio. Just been doing that, working with a lot of athletes and doing some type of strength and conditioning.
So like, I know you have like that 1P performance thing. So is that like just you yourself, and then there's like that facility you're always at, I always see.
Yeah,
is that part of your job?
Explain that whole.
Yeah, the 1P is my own personal like training brand that I've used for like a lot of online programming, online training. That's mine. And then when it comes to
what does that mean? Like you own.
Let her plug it. Give us all the info.
Yeah, no, I want to know more about it. Your own, like that's your company? Is that your?
Yeah, like it's just my own I would say brand, I guess. That I use as like a training platform. Right? So that's just something that I came up with to call it more so like 1% performance, right? 1% better every day type of thing.
I love that.
And so that's what it's called. But that's just the brand that I use when it comes to my own like personal one-on-one type training when it comes to online. Right now it's mainly just online programming for like friends and athletes and like people that I meet out here and everything. Most of my time does go to in-person training, which is that facility that we're talking about. So that's my full-time. My full-time is more so the in-person training with a lot of younger going up to high school and collegiate athletes. It's called Red Line Athletics. And so they're like a franchise, but here in Texas anyway, this is like one of the main ones.
You get your own clients kind of thing? Is that what you do? Or do they provide the clients?
It's a mix, yeah. So like people will come in to basically train with us. So I have a couple of coaches under me. I'm the director of sports and performance there. So I run pretty much all of the performance side of things when it comes to bringing on trainers, coaches, and then of course just facilitating all of that side of things when it comes to clinics, camps, things like that I'll put together for a lot of the athletes, different sports and stuff like that. But we already have like programming for our semi-private training that we have in place for a lot of the athletes that will come in and get memberships.
Oh, okay.
So they'll like get memberships, have access to the facility, and then we'll coach them through these like 12-week programs. We'll have testing, stuff like that. And then we also do have one-on-ones. So then
Okay.
if somebody's coming in for like specific stuff, then yes, I'll program for them, build them things, take them through it a little bit more periodically, and stuff like that.
What are the age ranges? What do you?
So we start like at 9 years old, 8, 9 years
Really?
old.
Okay.
And then we go up to, college professional athletes that will come in looking for, certain things during off seasons and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a broad mix, but there are different programs for each, age group or level.
Right. So if you have an athlete that wants to come in and be like, I want to work on explosiveness, like where would you get started with the athlete?
Like a one-on-one person?
Yeah, just if you're working one-on-one with a collegiate athlete, it's like, hey, I've just got to be better off the line or whatever. Do you work with males too, or is it just females? Yeah. Okay.
No, for sure.
Dope.
Yeah, a mix, honestly. It really depends. So if they're looking just for purely like explosiveness, or I need to like get out faster, it depends. Like, it depends on what their struggle is already, right? So I would typically do a full assessment and kind of see what they're good at, what they're not, right? Let's say it's just purely like I need to have a better 40 time or something, or I need a better vertical or a broad, or I just want to feel more powerful, like you said, coming off the line, it's a football player.
Yeah.
Then full assessment. Like we're gonna do the whole testing, the whole like, unilateral thing. We're gonna test their sprints, we're gonna test their jumps, test kind of like where they are with all of that, so that we can get, a good starting point. Because then it gives me a lot more insight into what they typically will do or what they're gonna gravitate towards, and then I can kind of pick apart, what they probably need to work on a little bit more.
Right. No, that makes sense.
When you like with these, like, so you have like the groups, but then you also have like one-on-ones. Does the like how many times they come during the week, or like how long they do it differ? Like,
Yeah, for sure. So especially because a lot of the athletes are all different athletes, right? So sometimes, we have baseball players, basketball, football, and so all their seasons are a little bit different. So I'll usually recommend at least maybe 3 times a week or so if they're off season, especially. If they're in season, maybe like 1 to 2 times a week. They don't need to make it any like more intense than it needs to be. Yeah. And so, it really does differ depending on where they are in their seasons, but also, the experience that they might have. Maybe they do it all the time and it's not something that's new to them. Or maybe they don't even play a sport and they're just like trying to, get started or something.
Have you?
And so,
wait, I'm curious. Have you ever had someone where you're just like, dude, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to, you know
honestly,
what I mean?
Maybe not like a person that comes in, but like a parent that brings their kid in
Rough.
and they're like, it's like I've tried all these things. I've done things on my like by themselves trying to coach their kid, and I'm like, already you probably just should stop there. Like just bring them in. If it's not working out, then I'm glad they brought them in for one. But also, some parents like have experience. Some are just like wanting to help their kid and everything, and I get that. But then, I've had some come in and they're just like, they've tried all the sports. Like maybe it's not, in the cards, but
just not in the cards, but
but we're gonna try this. Let's see, like if we can just get better at controlling our bodies, like learning how to run properly. Like a lot of it is like mechanics, or a lot of it is just form on things, right? And so I try to break that down to them and let them know, it's literally just learning their bodies. They could be at a certain age and it's like they're baby deer. They just literally don't know how to control their bodies. Or they haven't been taught how to. Some kids are just natural athletes and all of a sudden they're jumping out of the like up the ceiling, and it's just sometimes it's just natural. But natural athletes don't always have the best like control or technique or form, right? And so it's a mix. We get a mix in for there. Yeah.
So do you have that equipment available for you like personally? Because like we know you're trying. We know that. Wait, she won like the Apex.
Yeah, I saw that Apex competition thing that you did, and you got number 1. And I love that competition because they also brought in strength, and I feel like a lot of women don't get to test their
Yeah,
strength.
yeah, yeah.
So I bet you were like, oh,
Wait,
this is mine.
So can you run through that? Like, what did they all?
Yeah,
what's that
go
whole
into detail about
Apex thing that they
Apex,
do?
yeah, Apex competition. It's like fairly new to like a lot of people, honestly. It was new to me when I learned about it. And so basically it was brought up by a guy named Tim Riley who's out of Austin, Texas.
Right.
And so he kind of put together this whole like competition for a well-rounded or overall athlete, right? And so, there's a bunch of people or a bunch of athletes who
What's
come
the
from all these different backgrounds. It's
age
like
range?
I believe it's adult, like
Oh,
18
okay.
and up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
But at least that's all that showed up, so I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's 18
Yeah,
and
yeah,
up. So
yeah.
let's go with that. But yeah, he put this together just to basically test like a raw athlete, just a person's well-roundedness when it comes to their speed, their power, their strength, and their endurance, right? So like there's a lot of athletes that'll show up and they're really, really good at their speed and their power and can jump really high or far, but maybe they are not, like you said, well equipped in their strength, right? Or well equipped in their endurance, right? So you kind of see like where athletes lack and where they're a little bit more superior in. And so
Right.
they use like a full testing range of like, I think it's a 0 to 1,000 points, right? And
Oh, okay.
there's like, it calibrates. So you could get points off of that for your speed, your power, your strength, your endurance.
So
Yeah.
And
what
so
were all
you
the
see,
drills?
so the main speed ones, there was the speed one was a 40 yard,
Okay.
40 yard dash. That one was laser timed as well. And then you go into your power, which is a max med ball overhead throw.
Okay.
So max throw overhead. There was a weight for men and a weight for women.
Okay.
And then power as well is your jumps. So you're going to have your broad jump and your vertical jump. The vertical one, though, it's an approach jump. So you can approach it from a
Oh,
certain
okay,
do
that's
like
nice.
a 1 2
instead of-
step
Yeah,
run up or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like well, like as far back as you want, but
Oh, okay.
but I mean, you're kind of recommended to not go super far back. It just
Right.
kind of messes with you a little bit, right? So, yeah, approach jump instead of a standing, and then those are the power movements. When it comes to your strength, you're doing a trap bar deadlift, and it's a certain weight for women and a certain weight for men.
Did
and
you
you're
just
basically-
absolutely annihilate that one?
That one was a good one. That was a good one.
Wait, can I ask?
Oh, that was a good one.
Like
yeah.
you were saying that there's these designated weights. Did you know before the competition like what weight they were going to use or like what
Yes.
workouts so that you
Okay.
kind of could like train for
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's all put together. Like when it was released, he lets everybody know what the competition is going to
Yeah.
be. You know exactly
That's
what you
nice.
have,
Yeah,
like,
that is
Yeah.
nice.
to train and get ready for it.
So then
right?
you know like okay, I'm going to try to do as many reps as I can of this weight, you know.
Okay.
So
Yes.
That's
The thing
awesome.
is you have a minute max, right?
Yeah.
So they start the time at a minute and you get as many reps as you can. Proper
Yeah.
reps, he'll like lay out exactly what a proper rep is. If you're not getting full hip extension,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not getting that bar back to the ground, then it doesn't count. And so you
Okay.
have a person that is counting for you or counting all of the
That's
reps
nice.
or telling you no rep or whatever, right? So it's very official, it's very good. It was well put together, honestly.
Yeah.
And so you do that and then you go straight into depending on your groups, you're typically in two different groups because there's 40 men, 40 women. And so they split it up 20-20. And so that way it goes a little bit more smoother and you're not standing around forever.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, after that, you have your bench press. And so same thing, certain weight for women.
What
certain
was the
for
weight?
men.
What was the weight?
The weight for women was 115,
And
Oh.
how many did you do?
23.
I could see you just dominated in this. You're like, finally, like, let me show my strength. I feel like women,
Let's
like,
go.
even girls who work out, I feel like they never get to show actually, like, how strong they are. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Wait,
like-
how was the med ball? Because the med ball, they didn't do it at the Talent ID camp in California, but they did.
Well,
in
is this
last-
med ball the same as the one at the talent? This one's different because you were
Oh,
saying
is
it's
it?
it's an overhead throw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the one
at
at the Talent ID camp?
it was. You had
Bro,
to.
that one was.
Interesting.
I was not ready for that one.
So wait, as a trainer, what? Why have that as a drill? What does that do? What does that show for recruiters?
I mean,
You know.
the only thing that I would say is that one's more so like a power output type of test, right? So you're taking all of your lower body out of it. You're able to use like your full body in a sense, but not your legs really. They kind of get that out the way so that you're trying to see what your all out power output is, pushing a weighted ball as far out as you can. There obviously is still like technique and form and like certain ways to like go around it and make it better. Especially if, athletes weren't aware that this is what we were going to test or anything. I honestly had never done that before, but I understand what the testing was. I had never done it. Honestly, I've seen it been done. And I know that it's just a power output test, but yeah, I mean it's similar like you said, the med ball overhead toss. That one's just an all out power movement.
Yeah, you use your whole body.
You use your entire body. Yeah, you use your entire body to just sling that thing as far back as you can. Like how far can you throw a ball? As simple as that.
Right.
And so that was pretty cool. That was also something that I hadn't done in years. I didn't get the chance to test that one. I was
really?
I was like surprised a little bit the first time. You only get 2 reps, and so the first one was let me just try and figure it out and throw this as far back as I can, and it went straight to the ground, and I was like, dang. I was like, let me just fix it real quick.
Wait. You guys didn't see that one.
So which ones were you primarily? Wait, was there any more after the bench press?
Yes. The last one was
no, we're sorry. We're going off all over the place. We're all over the place. Sorry.
It's all good. It's fine. Yes, the endurance test. That was a final test, which was just rude because you
after deadlift or the trap bar deadlift and stuff, and
like it's like you did it on purpose. And I feel like every athlete that went to go test that, they're like, man, that was just insane because it was a full all out mile. And you just run it as fast as you can.
This was in Texas, right? So it was hot.
It was in Austin. It was in Austin. Yeah, it was hot. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine doing all that? Okay, now go run a mile as fast as you can.
Yeah, I don't even, that's one thing that I was like, okay, that wasn't terrible because I just am not, a long-distance runner.
Yeah. That's nice.
I've tried working and gotten better at that and everything, and it's just like, let me just go in and see what happens. That's really what it is. Especially, on gas legs, because I definitely went all out on the trap bar deadlift. And then was like, dang, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But also, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're here now.
So then with all of that, were there ones that you were mainly focusing on that you were like, okay, I for sure want to dominate in this?
I mean,
I
was hoping, I'm trying to just do my best in every single one of these because as many points as I can rack up, they look at your total points, right? So but of course I'm more familiar with the 40, the jumps, and then the strength ones I knew probably where I could maybe get, but I didn't
don't be humble.
I didn't test a full minute, let me go all out. I've just known that I can lift heavier than all of this. I can lift heavy, I can sustain it. But now it's it's like a game day type thing. It's a different environment, so now it's you're probably gonna push much harder, much more than you would during a training session or something.
Well, it's a competition. There's other people around, so you're like, I'm just gonna give it my all.
Everybody's looking at me.
No, is this the first time Apex he did something like this?
So that was his first time. So that was his first official competition. Before that, he had a mock competition with athletes and people that he kind of knew or invited that were in the area, especially too. And he put that together. I think it was 10 women, 10 men during that one. Just to kind of see how it went, see how people tested out, and then he also I guess put together the point system a little bit more accurately off of those results too. And I mean, after this first competition, it was honestly a really good turnout. After that, I feel like some of the testing was just kind of broken in a sense. The people were just doing so good. I don't know. He told me the same thing about my trap bar deadlift, because that one was my best one probably.
Yeah.
But now he completely changed the point system going into the next Apex event.
So
To make it basically harder, right?
Yeah.
How did he like change it? Like,
I guess it's just like you have to like score higher or something in order to get more points. Like he just
oh,
changed the
okay.
point system a little bit more to
Okay.
where it's just a little bit harder. You have to do better this time in order to get like
Get
anywhere
more,
near.
even more points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a little bit more of a challenge, I guess, once he
Yeah.
saw how
Yeah.
well it did, I guess.
Well, can I ask?
Wait, Angela completely
where-
OP'd this, so we need to
I know.
nerf it a little bit.
Killed it. Can I ask, were there any other girls that were close to getting like 23 reps, for your, what was that, your bench or
Yeah.
your deadlift? I was going to ask, like, were there
My
people
bench,
close to
yeah.
you or?
Yeah. Actually, there was one person who tied me.
Really?
And
Okay.
so, yeah, one person who tied me. Um, and it was a person that I guessed was going to get
Yeah.
close because she's just so strong. Like,
Wait, actually, before you said that, can I ask, were most of these girls, were they flag football players or were some of them athletes that maybe didn't play? It was
no,
just girls
they
overall?
were like
So
a
I don't know
bunch
if we
of
would know.
random
Oh,
overall athletes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, if you're thinking of Apex Athletics,
think it's
it's
hard
not
we
the
confuse
Apex
those.
Athletics from San Antonio.
Okay.
Apex, this is a completely different
Thing.
thing.
Another
So
Apex in
this-
Texas.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I'm
Apex
so
is in Austin. Yeah, this one's in
Okay.
Austin. Apex Athletics is
That
like Jalil's
training.
thing
Okay.
in San Antonio.
Yes.
okay.
And that one's purely flag, right?
That is
That's
so
his
confusing.
training
Okay.
platform.
Okay.
Well, I thought you
Um,
were asking it because I think you thought maybe we would know, and I was like, wait, I think because I remember looking at the pictures and I didn't really see a lot of other people that I recognized, so that's why
So
I was
like,
like,
oh,
was this
wait.
flag? Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
question. I would have not
That's
thought
okay.
that.
but that's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's why, like, the person who tied me, I don't think y'all would know her.
Yeah.
She was just there to compete, right?
Yeah.
But she's been like crazy strong power athlete type
Yeah.
of person. So, she did really well on the strength side for sure as well. But yeah, I mean, it was really cool. It was fun. I'm planning for the next one. That one's supposed to be in April, I believe.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Dang, that's awesome.
That's fun.
It reminds me of like a High Rocks kind of thing, and you have the judges there like watching your reps and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea of like a competition of doing this. So I like that.
Mhm.
Go on.
Yeah.
I do want to backtrack and go back to how you started getting into flag football.
Yeah.
Like, what's your story on getting into that? Because like it's
You played
crazy.
college ball.
Right.
So, like,
we
how
hear
did you find
a
your
lot
way?
of girls like they come from mostly college basketball, to be honest.
I
But
feel like it's because they pick it up a lot
yeah,
easier.
but
or
yeah,
something.
everyone has their like weird story about like how they
Yeah.
got into flag. So just if you want to touch on that, I'm interested.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, pretty spot on when you said about the basketball stuff. It was kind of an accident, I guess. Like I was actually playing basketball at UTSA, like at the rec or something. I was just shooting around. I had probably just like
Is that a
finished.
rec center? UTSA?
Yeah, like a rec center. Yeah, I
Okay.
was just there for school for my grad program or something, and so like I was just there hanging out, or I probably had finished training. I was shooting around,
Right.
like in the courts, and I had like somebody walk up on me and ask me if I played flag or something like that, and just started talking to me
Play
about
what?
it.
Flag?
Yeah, I was like, "What are we talking about?"
Yeah.
Or football.
I am
right? And I'm
shooting
like,
a
I
ball
mean,
right now. I am not.
yeah, actually, no, I don't. Yes, like it was just purely random. And it was actually JT who like
Oh.
Really?
yeah, it
okay.
was JT who just like found me playing basketball and decided to talk to me about football as
Is
he
JT? He's
no-
the one who's coaching Shrooms right now,
yeah, he
right?
helps coach Shrooms.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he had introduced it to me and everything, just basically asked me to come check it out or something like that. And so there was this group called like the FSA group at UTSA, some like group that played but also had like I don't even know how to explain it.
Was it
like
a group like a
the
league or was it?
it was like a
team?
no, like for the university, right?
Like
And
an
Oh.
so-
intramurals?
yeah, but then they played in intramurals, right? And so
Okay.
that was their name was FSA,
Okay.
and so they would play
Was
with
it
them,
Women's?
and I just started playing intramurals with them after that. Like I came to a practice, I think, and
Yeah.
and I mean I liked football. I've played when
Yeah.
I was like younger and
Yep.
and stuff like that, but hadn't like played in so long, right? And so
Yeah.
I just went out there and had fun, and it was cool, and just started picking it up, and we were playing intramurals
Was that
rec leagues for
fives
like
or
uh,
eights,
it's a good
sevens?
question. I don't even remember. I don't remember. It might have been sevens.
I
It
think
might have been sevens.
I've just noticed that more universities with intramurals, they don't do
I
like
think it was
fives. It
five.
was like
Yeah,
the
it's either sevens
or eights or something.
yeah, I
like,
see 7 or 11s.
lot
I
bigger.
do not
Yeah.
see 5s at
That's
all.
so funny. I can't remember.
No,
I just remember playing. I don't even remember the exact like way that I got
Yeah.
there. I just know I was like I remember I was playing basketball, and then they talked to me about it, and
Someone
all
came
of a
up to
sudden
you.
I'm like at one of the practices. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like, I
play
don't
flag.
even yeah, like I didn't know anybody really
Yeah.
there. I was like really I had just moved
Was
and
it
just started my
co-ed
program.
or
It was
women's?
I believe it was co-ed, but I also did women's.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so I was playing there and just started having fun with it for like a year and a half or so before I honestly before COVID hit, and
Oh,
then I
wow. So
graduated.
you've been playing for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a
That's
while.
awesome.
Yeah, that was like 2020
Yeah.
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
That was like 2020 when I started, and it was just on and off, honestly. After that, he started asking me about like tournaments and
And like
all these
traveling.
different things that were happening, and had no
Was
idea what
JT
Worlds
playing
was.
too?
Yeah, JT was
Okay.
playing.
Okay.
I remember he had just finished school, I think. I don't even remember. He was like in the area. Or actually, I don't remember. I can't remember. It's
You're like
all jumbled
COVID.
up at this point.
Oh, yeah. And you know what?
I remember
COVID
he
does
was
that to you
playing and he
too.
was coaching. It was like a
Yeah.
mix. But that's how I learned about it and started meeting everybody that was playing flag and
Yeah.
stuff in the area anyway. But I also was after that I was just really busy with, finishing up school, and I started working and
Yeah.
coaching and all these things, and so it was like hit or miss. Like he would
Yeah.
always try to get me out to a tournament or something. And I'm like, okay, maybe.
I think
And
it's
like,
hard at
we'll
first when
see.
like you hear about a tournament and it's like, oh, it's in Tampa or it's out of state or something too,
Yeah.
and it's like, man. And I feel like you don't fully understand until you've gone to one and you're like, oh, I can't wait to go to the next one. But I feel like when you haven't really started into it, you're kind of like hesitant.
Yeah.
That's how I was at first. Because
Yeah.
like the closest one I ever went to at first was Mesquite, which is like, what, 3 hours
Yeah.
from us? But
4 or
like
5.
anything farther than that, I was like, oh, I don't want to travel that far. Like,
So maybe I sort of kind of play flag.
It was maybe, yeah. I mean, it just honestly wasn't like on, priority list at the time. It
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
that was a fun thing. Like, I just wanted to go out and play, and it was cool. And like, I
Is
would
this
do,
still with
you know,
FSA? Was this with the
no,
was that
no.
the traveling
So I
team?
think at that time, it was a team called Lights Out. And so I started playing with Lights Out.
was that red and black or was it the?
No. The green.
Was it
The green and black.
It's the green.
I remember
You
those
know them.
teams.
You know
Yeah.
exactly who I'm talking about.
Probably played Angela
So-
at one
Wait.
point,
So
and-
do you
Wait,
remember?
but-
Wait, do you remember Worlds? I honestly don't remember it too much, except for that whole call thing or whatever. But then looking back, I was like, oh wait, Angela was the one that was making like all of those fucking catches. You were the one that made that touchdown. Do you remember any of that?
What
Playing
year
against
was
it was
like,
playing
which
against
year?
it was playing against Crimson Wave, and it was for the championship.
I think I do.
She's like,
I think I
"Crimson
do.
Wave."
That sounds familiar.
You know what? I'm going to say you guys were pretty sneaky there towards the end. You guys were already celebrating. There was
Were we?
there's legitimately 20 seconds left on the clock.
Oh,
and
no.
like you guys
are like, "We got
It was
this."
smart. It was smart. It was really like you guys were already celebrating the touchdown. You guys were already like moving the momentum towards that direction. It was
Gotcha.
I was like, "Oh, that's pretty smart on your guys' end." So do you
That's so
remember
funny.
it? What was your If you remember it,
Yeah.
what was your point of view on that?
winning at Worlds.
I
Because they won it
honestly-
then at
I-
Worlds?
Yeah, that was the one
that-
where it was the inverted whistle, and then they
Was
got
this
the
aired
touchdown.
out or non-contact?
It was aired out.
So have you guys won? Well, so this was Lights Out. So this had to have been what, 2-3 years ago?
It had to have been like three.
Three.
At
Whoops.
least
Yeah.
3.
Because I
One,
played with
2.
Lights Out, I think only
1 or
2
2
years.
Okay.
2 years. And not so much that like we just stopped playing. I think after that, not everybody was able, like the same team anyway, wasn't
Yeah.
really able to get together at the same time.
Do
And
they
so I
they
ended up-
still have the team, right, though? Because I've seen
Lights
the
Out?
Lights
Yeah,
Out.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Because I
they
saw
do.
them on.
Some of those players are still
There.
similar, some same players that I played with. Some of them,
Mm-hmm.
others are not, but they're still using the Lights Out name or Lights Out,
okay.
jerseys and all of that. So it's still together. I think at that time, they just weren't bringing like a full team to
Yeah.
Worlds, and so I ended up finding another team to play with like the year after.
Was it
And so I
Shrooms
played.
that you moved
No,
over
it
to?
was like
Or?
Shrooms didn't start until last year.
Oh,
Was
Oh,
the
okay.
first
really?
year. Yeah,
Okay.
like our team Shrooms didn't really fully start until last Worlds, and so this Worlds is our second like as team like
Okay.
women's Shrooms type
Okay.
of lady
Gotcha.
Shrooms whatever. But yeah, before that I played with like different teams with kind of like Ariel and like a mixed team with Nate and
So
them,
what
and
other
so
teams did you
Because I've seen
play
you
in?
like with like mixed breeds at one point, which I feel like everyone kind
yeah,
of has
like
played.
yeah, I
them.
mean that was it could have been like a certain tournament, I don't even know. Like
Right,
I
and you
just
just
jumped on to teams that
yeah,
were playing needing a player and just to get my reps in, honestly. I
yeah.
wanted to play. And so I only played like a couple of formats I think that year, and it was 2 years ago. Um and then after that it was Shrooms last year that we played in all of our formats.
Okay.
But yeah, now we're just consistently there.
Bro. With Lights Out, when you played against Crimson Wave, was that your first Worlds?
Or second.
It might have been it was either first or second.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
don't remember.
What was your first impression about Worlds when you got there?
Because you see
Where
all
it's-
these teams, there's
Like
so many people.
yeah, like what's because it's honestly it feels like double, triple the size of the tournament compared to other tournaments you go to. So it's like, do you remember, how
Yeah.
Your first experience.
Yeah, I think it was pretty insane, honestly, from my opinion. I was just used to playing in like local tournaments or tournaments in like Texas for the most part. I don't think we traveled as much with Lights Out, maybe to like a couple, but not like year round or anything. And so whenever they told me about Worlds and how huge it was and all of that, like I didn't really think of it much until we got there, and I'm like, dang, there's, an
Yeah.
insane amount of teams. I honestly wasn't even fully aware of all of the different, like
formats?
formats and like
Yeah.
all of the, there's the rec and pro and all
Divisions and
the,
all
yeah,
that.
I didn't even know about the divisions. Like
Yeah.
I felt fully fresh and not like
Yeah.
not into that world.
Right.
During my first Worlds, and then going into my second one I was like a lot more aware, I would say.
Yeah.
Where I started to learn and like actually start to play. I think it wasn't until maybe like after the first time I went to trials that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna like actually try and
Yeah.
start playing consistently.
Yeah.
And so before that um it was just like I said, for fun. Like
Yeah.
I was just
What
having
made
fun.
what made that switch? Because it's funny to talk to you now, where it's just like I'll try to come when I can come, and then now to the point where last having a conversation with you, you're like, no, I'm going to like every single one of these camp, talent ID camps, and it's just like, what's the flip? You're just like, actually, wait, I'm really really good at football, like
No,
like
not that. I would just say it's just like once I actually learned and was like fully, I guess, educated on the fact that there are, these certain steps to get somewhere, like learning just how far you can go with it. I wasn't fully aware of like Team USA and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all these
Well, it's
different
like it's
things,
not well.
it's like
The system's not well known like basketball and like other sports out there. It's still a very new sport, even though it has been
Growing.
around for a while. It still feels very very new. So it's
Yeah.
like so you got more introduced like kind of in the system of things, or
Yeah.
just okay.
I guess like just actually going to like my first trials and learning like what it was comprised of, I guess, and like
Yeah.
what the steps are after that. And it's like, okay, cool. So like the goal is to get past this part and then get
Right.
past this. And so like learning what the end goal is now, it just made it more, I guess, I
Attainable.
don't
Like
know.
you can see the goal. You can.
I guess, yeah, like attainable, but also just like I don't even know how to explain it. I just all of a sudden after doing that, just kind of like you said, flip the switch in me a little bit to where it's like I kind of want to compete and like like competing. I just didn't realize that this was something that I would ever actually compete in
When it was like
until
possible,
you get to that point. Yeah, you get to that point, and you're like, you know what, I can kind of hang a little bit.
She's
with,
so humble.
with some of
I
it.
can kind of.
You're good, Angela. Come on.
Shut up.
Thank you. But I don't know. I just yeah. I mean, after just seeing how well I can be and how well I can compete. That's just more of like a competitive thing, right? Like if you've always competed, I just feel like at some point that's going to be a switch to kind of just go. Like if you have that.
Right.
When was your first trials that you went to? Was it
first trials? It was
last year or the year before?
No, I've been there a few times. Last year was my third time there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is are we talking about the
this year.
trials?
This year was
The
my
trials of like
Wait.
when they invite 60 people, right?
Yeah, they've always done that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it went up.
So
it's
explain
changed a little bit.
to where it was at first, if you could,
and I guess maybe how it's changed.
and how it's changed, because we're so
they've
very
changed
new to it.
Stuff
So
is growing.
Yeah.
So they've
For sure.
So at first,
I'm gonna try my best not to mess this up because from what I remember,
just start with that every time. From what I remember,
literally from what I remember, yes, because the first time I went, I believe
was it invitational?
It's all invitational.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all invitational, but I'm trying to remember the amount that it started at.
Okay.
Because it did go up.
So it used to be less than 60.
Yeah, it used to be less than 60. It was like it could have been 48. I'm gonna say 48.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 48.
From what you remember.
If I'm wrong, I will get back to you because I can't think.
Yeah. You're good.
It was less. It was a certain amount of women, a certain amount of men for the first time.
Yeah.
Less than 60 for sure. And similar. It's kind of been pretty similar in like how they go about it.
Mm-hmm.
So typically there's testings that you'll do. So you'll have like your 40-yard dash or something, right? So you'll do your 40-yard, you'll do your jumps, your broad, your vertical standing, you'll do your 5 10 5, and is that it? I believe that's it.
Okay.
Well, they changed it a little bit like this past year. They added in like a new one. But I remember the first year I went, the first 2 times that I went, actually, unfortunately, it was rainy on both.
Oh, I've seen like
rough.
pictures. Yeah.
Rough. Yeah, it was cold and it was rainy.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
You're good. So both times I remember the testing had to be done in a gymnasium. And so it was inside. And so like we ended up having to like bring gym shoes or something that weren't cleats because we obviously couldn't do that in a gym.
Right.
So the testing was a little bit altered. So the 40-yard turned into a 20-yard. And then everything else was the same, but it wasn't on the field.
Side question. What's your opinion from like a 20-yard dash and a 40-yard dash? Because like, is it now they do both, or I just remember they only did 20
at the LA.
Yeah, at the LA one.
They did 20, but then this last one they did 40.
They did 40.
Well, they had like the 2. They had one at 20 and then 40.
Okay. So yeah, what's the cuz in my opinion, it's just like why not just do the 40-yard dash? I can understand the 20 cuz it's like the fields are smaller, you got to lights out. Okay. There's so many technical difficulties.
Sorry.
I cannot. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I can't even notice. So you're good.
Okay. Well, then there you go. So yeah, what's the, is it good to have both? Is it good to just have one? Is it, like what's the
point?
I mean, I like the idea of both only because, different athletes, I would say kind of strive a little bit better in either or sometimes both, right? So like really, really good, power athletes that can get out really hard, really fast, probably would do really well in their 20.
Yeah.
But their 40 might not last because they might not be able to carry that power for too long, right? And so others may have a problem like getting out really fast, but can pick up their speed really like after a certain amount of distance. And then their 40 is just great because, they can still carry that past a certain point.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like thresholds, I would say. So I like the idea of both because you could kind of see how somebody, does within that 20 and then how they do within the 40. But like you said, the fields are shorter. Everything's really short game when it comes to fives, especially.
Right.
So at the international level, you're playing fives. Really, a lot of things are going to be happening within like those 5 to 7 yards. Sure,
Right.
there's those long balls, all those things that will still happen in football, but everything's going to be happening really fast. So it's like, can we get out? Can we like get out really, really hard, be really fast in these short durations? And can we be consistent with that?
Right.
Like not gassing out. So
Right.
then, yeah, like I see why, I would say both are good, but normally, I mean, that 20 is going to be like something that I would say they would look at a little bit more, or
Yeah.
at least I would look at a little bit more.
Right.
I don't want to speak for them, but that's what I would say.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, that's probably why also within like this past trials, we included continuous 20s, and we hadn't done that before. So continuous 20s, you run 6 20s basically in a row as hard as you can with only like 10-second break in between those.
Okay.
And so it's like, can you recover and do it again?
Yeah.
And can you be consistent? And so that's the test. But yeah, I mean, that's
at the
kind of how it
trials?
was put together.
Just this last
Yes.
year?
Okay. It
This
was
past year.
just this past year.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that a lot. So
then
they don't do
after-
it at the camps,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, they didn't do that at the camps. It'd be
Do
kinda
they do
interesting
like
if
the same at the trials? Do they do drills like the flag pulling drills and stuff like that,
like
or
they
is
do at the
that
camps?
Trials? Yeah. So you'll have your days. You'll have like what is it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday's kind of just like meeting, checking in type stuff, and then Friday you're gonna have all of your testing, and then like drills and like type of practice a little bit in the evening. Saturday and Sunday are your main days after testing because that's when you start going into some drills like to get warmed up and everything, but it's mainly all scrimmaging Saturday and
Oh, wow.
Sunday.
That's awesome. I was going to ask, do they normally have the trials in the same location every year, or does it change? Because you said it rained the first 2 times. So is that...
Yeah, it's in Charlotte. It's been in Charlotte since I've been going.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
that may or may not change
Yeah.
in the next year, but it's been at Charlotte, and so that's why it was unfortunate that it was just
raining.
that same weather. Yeah. This past year it wasn't bad actually. The sun was kind of out, so that was the first year that the first year that I anyway was able to test and everything on an actual field. So that was pretty cool.
That's nice.
Gotcha. Do we want to transition over to nationals really quick?
Yeah. Let's do nationals, yeah.
Because, I do kind of want to talk about, Shrooms. They won. Actually, you guys went all the way in Olympic, right?
To the championship game?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys went all the way to the championship in Olympic, and then you guys won Gauntlet, right? What teams were playing for Gauntlet?
Like all of the teams?
Yeah,
Was there
or
a lot
just the teams that
for
you
Gauntlet?
competed against.
Okay, so the ones that we competed against, I know we played Elite Flag.
Okay.
I think we played them twice in Gauntlet, honestly.
Oh wow.
That's
I
think in like pool play.
hard team
Yeah,
to beat.
I know. We played them in pool play, and then we saw them again, like going into bracket and everything. And I'm like, God, give us a break.
Yeah.
Because are we playing any other teams? Is what I want to know. No, I'm joking, but yeah, it just ended up that way. But yeah, Elite, and then pool play. We played another. It was like a contact team. I can't even remember who the first team we played was. Like I don't remember the name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it was more of like a contact team for sure.
Yeah.
And then we played Game Changer in the championship. Yeah, I think we literally played that one
Wait,
contact
Game
team.
Changer in the championship for Gauntlet
Or Olympic.
or Olympic?
Because
No,
when you play
Gauntlet.
them...
For Gauntlet? So wait, and then
For both.
so you went against championship for both in
So you guys
Gauntlet
were just all
and
playing each other multiple times. I didn't feel like there was
Yeah,
like... as
we met
many
them again.
teams.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
so that's rough. That is rough when you start
Yeah.
playing. Say like you said, I mean, Game Changers. They're starting to figure out certain plays on how we run some things because I know like when we met them in the semifinals,
they already know what we were doing.
Yeah, they keyed on those comebacks pretty well. Like we first started getting them, and then when it counted, when we needed to just make those extra points, defensively wise, they were just able to just get there. Yeah, they definitely capitalized. Yeah. So it's like when you start playing the same teams over and over again, you start to know the tendencies on.
Well, and then in more than one format too, like not just because you can have pool play, playoffs, and then it's like, hey, let me go to the next format. Then you're like, oh great, same teams.
Yep, exactly. So kind of go over the rules a little bit with Gauntlet because it is way different. I feel like than compared to non-contact or
we haven't done Gauntlet before.
Yeah, we've never done Gauntlet before. We know the gist, but if you just can kind of go over the main rules, I find it very interesting actually.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the person to
You're like, I just show up and play.
You're just like, I just line up and I just go catch balls.
It's kind of accurate for Gauntlet because I usually have to ask again and again because we don't always play Gauntlet. Mm-hmm. So
right.
I think the first time I played Gauntlet was at Worlds, I believe.
Mm-hmm. This
but that's pretty
past
much
year,
it.
like this, like 25. Okay.
This past Worlds, I believe. Because other than that, no. Like we typically are non-contact formats that we usually play in. But for reps, of course, we decided to do all of it because we're gonna do that at Worlds as well.
Okay.
Right.
So so we did all 4 of them this time, and from what I know anyway, from what I've learned for Gauntlet, it's more so just the jamming off the line. You got 2 yards so you can jam off the line, which I wasn't super used to, of course.
Yeah, it's different.
I'm also not afraid of contact. I just
not used to it.
It's just not the same. Obviously, you're not coming full speed
it's
off
adding
the line.
Another element to the game, especially when you're so new and with I think a lot of women, they don't grow up playing football, especially contact. So it's like it's just adding another one, and it's just getting more reps and more experience.
It's 7s, right? Gauntlet, or is it 5s?
Is it? I thought it was 5s.
Olympic is.
Oh yeah, it's still 5s.
Yeah. Sorry.
So 5s.
I haven't done Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's very interesting. Like, yeah, you can jam within the first 2 yards.
That's cool.
Don't you start at the half?
Yeah, you start at the half. So that was a little different too, right? So, you start at the half and you're playing. You're trying to score within, I believe 4
downs. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it's just a 2-yard jam off the line. Everything else, you could have blockers as well. Same idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For your QB, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Or blocking down the field, I believe. No, that's contact.
I was gonna say, then how much more different is that from contact? Because I'm like, wait.
Don't ask me. Never mind. Take it all back.
Because you kind of do the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a contact player. Just let me tell you that.
That's okay. Yeah.
Is it fun though? With the little experience you have, is it fun to kind of give it a little push?
Once you start getting the hang of it, after the thing is it's probably the first the first one, especially when we were playing the contact team in our first game.
Yeah.
They were for sure jamming off.
Oh yeah. They're like, oh, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, and so they're right there in your face, ready to go, and I'm just lined up on the in the slot or something, and the first hit back, I'm like, crap.
Oh.
Okay, so
it's like a wake up call.
Wake up, okay, now I know how hard this person's gonna hit or something, right? So then the next one and the one after, it's like, okay, I started getting the hang of how she hit or how it was gonna come to me. So I've learned how to swipe or swim over
swim, I was about to say.
Whatever, right? And so it's just being ready. So at this point, you're typically looking at the ball, right? Because I'm not gonna get an offsides,
right?
Because I'll take off. But at this point, I know there's somebody in front of me, so I'm just looking at this person until I hear go, and then I'm just like, boom, let me get out of the way.
You're more swimming at this point. You're just like, I'm getting around. I'm not gonna fuck with this.
Move as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And I started to get the hang of it. It was good after a while.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit, I would say.
Yeah.
But not everybody even jams off the line. When we were playing Game Changers, they're playing it straight up, almost like
it's
fives,
just
regular fives.
Huh.
And when you do that, then you just play normal, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right. I feel like it's just like another format to get more reps in.
I'm okay with that.
Exactly. I feel like that's pretty much why a lot of our like non-contact teams will play, because you still get good reps within that format.
Yeah.
It's just different whenever there are the jamming that does happen when you play teams that will do it, right?
Yeah.
So, still good reps though. It's good stuff.
I feel like that's beneficial for you, to get used to like that contact. Because there are games, even in like non-contact or whatever, where like you still get
surprisingly,
some contact,
you'll still get some contact. When it says not non-contact, you'll still get some.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know. Do you know, like, are you or the rest of the Shrooms team, are they gonna practice more of the jamming and being more physical, or are you guys like?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we don't train a whole lot of like or practice a whole lot of the jamming, because we don't do a whole lot of it. I feel like whenever we're there at the tourney, it's like, okay, let's just be aware of the fact that you're gonna get jammed. And, like, this is how we need to go about it. This is how we kind of learn. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel like we don't spend a whole lot of time on that.
Especially when I imagine you guys don't have like a lot of time to begin with. You know, like, do you guys? I mean, how often do you guys actually practice?
Do you guys practice as like a team or no?
No, not as a full team, honestly. We try to just meet up for tourneys throughout the year so that we can get our reps in that way, because all of us are pretty much scattered, other than us that are, like, me being in San Antonio, and maybe like Candace and Bree that are in Austin, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me. So we'll travel back and forth to each other to like train or meet up or whatever. But the rest of us, it's a little bit tougher to do that. So we'll typically just meet up for tournaments and get our reps in that way. Or we of course get our own training and practicing and everything.
Yeah. What do you do? I know you train your body physically, but as far as like when it comes to football, do you like go run routes? Do you
like with someone else, or do you have some girls, closer to you that you're like, hey, let's all meet up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just depends, honestly. For myself, I've trained with different people, or I'll do my own training and everything when it comes to at least just, route running and getting my hands on a ball type of stuff, just having somebody throw to me. And then when it comes to like DB work or different stuff like that, I'll typically try and find someone either in the area. My fiance will typically go with me to fields and help with me on a lot of that stuff. So he's got experience in all of that, playing football and his background and everything too. The wedding is February 6th, almost a month away.
Oh my gosh. Are you so excited?
I am excited. I'm nervous.
Yeah?
I'm excited.
Yeah?
Oh, that's so awesome.
Your fiance excited? Or is he just like, I just want to get this over with. I'm ready to go.
I feel like a mix, but he's very much he's excited about it.
Yeah.
He talks about it a lot, yeah.
That's awesome.
Is it going to be in San Antonio?
It's going to be near. So it's about like an hour from us. It's called Green, Texas.
Green.
And so it's actually really green. Like really green. It's so nice. Like truly. So we're going to head out there onto like a lot of like land out there. And so we're going to have it out there.
Yeah. It's at the beginning of February.
February
so
6th.
You'll have Worlds and then literally like 2 weeks?
Wedding.
Yeah.
And then wedding. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What's funny is when we chose the day, we were like, okay, anything but January, because it's too crazy. It's just too much.
It's way too much.
Yeah. So we're like sometime in February, because then it gets a little bit busier after that. I have things on certain days. And so we're like, you know what? February is kind of like a sweet spot.
It's a cute month,
Yeah, it's a cute month. We were like, you know what, 2-6 sounds really easy to remember.
Oh yeah,
so
that's cool.
We just went with that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So it's coming up real quick. For sure.
Are you excited for Worlds?
I'm very excited for Worlds.
Super excited. So Shrooms, you guys are signed up for what formats right now?
Is it the 4?
Pretty much all of the ones that aren't contact. So, aired out, fives, of course, non-con, gauntlet, Olympic, and then
isn't Olympic like on a Wednesday? I'm pretty like.
I don't remember. I think it's gauntlet that's on a Wednesday.
Oh, is it gauntlet on Wednesday?
Early.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like every day. There's pretty much one every day. So we play on Wednesday. So yeah, we'll
Wednesday,
be
and
there
then
by
you guys
Tuesday.
are hitting
We're going.
yeah.
Yeah, every day,
That's
pretty
fun.
much. Yeah, and then all the co-ed and
The
all of that
co-ed.
for shrooms is gonna be over the weekend.
So co-ed. So are you even doing co-ed like aired out, non-contact
Yeah, I'm
as
gonna
well?
do co-ed aired out co-ed, and then I'm doing fives co-ed.
Gotcha. Okay.
So 6 formats, I believe.
Dang, that
How'd
would be
you
fun.
end up getting on shrooms?
Was that JT or?
Hmm.
From what I remember.
That's quite literally. It is all a blur
Because
at
as
this
you said,
point.
they're kind of all spread out. So I'm wondering how that like ended
Yeah.
up happening.
Especially
Man.
what your first time with shrooms was last year, so 2024
Yeah.
or
Yeah, my
2 years?
first time because it was last Worlds was the first time I played with that we put together the women's shrooms and the first time I played with shrooms for co-ed. So I played eights
Okay.
and fives with shrooms for co-ed. And then I believe it was just um I don't even remember. I think it was like a random tournament that was going on, like a USA tournament that was going on throughout that year before Worlds. That it was, I think JT, of course, probably got me there or something to play with like one of the teams, and I met Bree there for the
Yeah.
first time,
Okay.
and so I played with her for the first time during that. And we had
Really?
like it was me, her, Ariel, a few other girls, and then I believe after that is when they were talking about like making a Shrooms women's team, like actually putting a team together. Um, and so that's kind of how it came to be, and we ended up playing in a couple of tournaments, and we put that team in. We got that team together. It was mainly, I know JT had brought me in, and then it was kind of like Candace running a lot of it too, and them choosing, who we want to bring on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we ended up just putting a team together, and that's the team that we brought to Worlds. And
Yeah.
so we played in that. I know Brie didn't play with us in all of them because of Game Changer. She was playing with Game Changer
Right.
mainly at the time.
Yeah.
And so I mean, but other than that, that's kind of how it happened, and how I met like a few of the guys from like for co-ed that asked me to play. And so now I'm Team Shrooms for
Yeah.
sure.
That's awesome though.
That's exciting.
I didn't realize like how like new the team was.
Yeah, neither did
Because
I.
it seems like you guys have been playing together for like a long time. So
I think we've all just been playing for a good
Yeah.
while, but just kind of all didn't have like this is my team. Like
Yeah.
we didn't
Right.
have like a set team. I feel like
Yeah.
we've played with different teams and stuff. And so we ended up just kind of forming the team together a
do you
little bit.
like having a set team? Because there's like girls I know that like they like to be able to play on like multiple different teams, and then there's other people that they like their set. Like I like my set team kind of thing, But if my team's not going, then I'm like happy to like hop on another team kind
Right.
of thing.
Sure. Yeah, mixed. Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
for sure like my set team. If we're putting a team in, this is who I'm playing with, right?
You like
But
that, yeah.
if we're not gonna put our team in and I'm invited or just
Yeah.
want to get reps in, then for sure I'm down to play flag wherever.
Yeah.
You
and
heard
kind of
about
step, so.
USA going to now international flag, iFlag?
Oh yeah, they changed the name.
flag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, just change it.
It's just like getting rid of USA is a big thing. I feel like the individual. I think people like it that way. They're not confusing between USA football. Because when I like talk to people,
yeah.
especially outside of flag, I'm like, no, there's USA football and then USA flag football.
Yeah.
So it's like as far as
Yeah.
like explaining it, I think it's easier. I do find it very interesting. They got rid of USA, and I don't know if.
I'm wondering if they did it because now you're starting to get even more teams like out of the country. Like some of those West Coast teams, you get a lot of
this
more
year at
Mexico
Worlds, have you
teams.
seen the team list?
Yeah.
There's even from like England.
Yeah.
We're playing someone from Japan. Mm-hmm. From Japan.
So I think it's because
Like that's
So
wild.
fun.
Yeah.
growing.
No, like dude, I'm so excited that we've got a mix of. Not excited for Canada. Holy shit, dude! Like they are
There's
just
so
a
many.
pain in the
There's
ass.
so many. I know, and they're so good. Well, I was going to ask,
Amen.
have you looked at the schedule for this upcoming next year for the tournaments from iFlag?
I have I've seen it. I can't remember all of it, but I've looked
Yeah.
at
Do you
it.
remember all of them?
Yeah.
It's like
It's very interesting.
it's like Texas and East.
So we're kind of mad about it because there's nothing west.
Yeah, the
There's
only West
nothing.
one is the San Diego or LA Worlds or whatever in 2027. That's going to be and then, there's like a Vegas.
So Vegas, and that will be earlier this
That's
year.
like March.
But other than that, like they've always done in the past, like San Francisco or
The
San
Bay or
Diego
Phoenix.
or Phoenix.
I guess you're probably like, oh, I'm so happy I don't.
Oh
have to
yeah,
go over
you're
there.
probably okay with it. We saw that list and I was like, what the?
Yeah, dude. The list, it goes Nevada. So like after Worlds, it has Nevada. Then you have Tennessee, Texas, New York, and then California in September. And then you
Yeah,
have
the
North
classic San
Carolina,
Diego.
Florida, Texas, Florida, Nevada, Tennessee, Texas, New York.
You're probably totally fine.
You're like, just go
You're like,
back and forth
and
between
what are we
Tampa and
talking about
Texas.
right now? I'm
I
totally
see
okay.
No problem. What's the issue?
There are a lot of like
Oh
way
my
over there.
gosh.
Yeah, like they got New York, North Carolina, and Tennessee. Like, sorry.
So-
Anyways, off
Yeah,
track.
tangent. I was just curious on what you thought. I definitely
Yeah.
want to talk to some of the people over at I guess iFlag now. Like what made the change? Because
Yeah.
it's
I'm wondering if they've received like past maybe complaints, like, hey, do more, the East Side
yeah.
tournaments.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't
Would
know.
you know why they went international?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I was
I'm just
not
here
aware.
to line up,
I
catch
was just
balls.
here, girl. They'll tell me when the tournament is, and
She's like,
we'll
yeah,
get
I just
there.
wait for someone to tell me and I show up.
Just let me know which ones we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, no, the
gosh.
schedule's pretty crazy, but I think it'll be fun. It'll be cool to travel
Yeah.
out to those places. But no, I think Worlds is gonna be really fun. I'm excited. I honestly, ever since I started, I love Worlds because you just get more and more teams that I'm like, I didn't even know they had a team.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And like how they play and stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, we're how do you guys plan for the Canada teams? Because it just it's like the same but different. I do not know how to explain it. Like I don't.
I mean, I feel like Canada is they're very,
Disciplined.
yeah, it's just like fundamentals. Like
Yes.
they will do what they're supposed to do and be in the right spot at
Yeah.
the right time
Yeah.
and just accuracy, right? Like they don't have to be the most athletic, for sure. They don't
Yeah.
have to be. That doesn't mean they're not athletic. It's just
Right.
they're
They're not
very,
relying
like,
on that kind of
precise.
thing.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
precise on like what they do. So I feel like it just for them it's just like consistency over and over
Yeah.
again. And that'll just make to the point where they're outlasting a team
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're just consistent, which is great. We just have to be able to do both, right? And so like
Well, on
play
both
better,
sides of
really.
the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
because like for what I saw, what Pro did, last year at Worlds, it just honestly came down to one missed flag and one drop ball.
Yeah, because we played
That's-
both Canada teams that won.
Yep,
the
that
entire
went to the
thing.
championship.
Yeah.
So it's like I am there. We're there to compete, but like one of the USA teams got to take it this year because like Canada just
real.
swept, and it's just like no, we are not. Do not allow that. To
Yeah,
happen.
let's try our best to get a USA team out there,
For
huh?
real.
That's the goal here. But yeah, I mean it's great. It's fun to play teams that are good like that
Yeah.
can play
Yeah.
in that way. It makes you better as a team and
Yeah.
kind of just wakes you up a little bit to where it's like our athleticism isn't always going to win.
Right.
100%.
So we got to be consistent and not make all these mistakes because at some point the smallest mistakes and they're gonna win the game. They're
Capitalize
gonna
on it,
make
yeah.
it's simple as that. So
And we've mentioned it in previous episodes. It's really fun to learn from Canada and Mexico because I think they understand that athlete to athlete, USA might have the upper hand. And so they've got to go in there with a different attitude. And so like, that learning from them schematically, so it's been really fun learning from Canada and Mexico. Because we definitely install it. We definitely like, oh, we're going to take that. That's very smart, So no, Worlds. We're excited for Worlds.
Yeah. I wish we were doing like Gauntlet or Olympic or something. That'd be so fun. So
I maybe in the future, our team is struggling this year. We have a lot of injuries. We're actually only going to end up taking one team this year.
Yeah.
To Worlds, just because we're combining, pro and comp. We just have had too many injuries, especially with our starting quarterback. And that's a huge, like when you don't have your starting quarterback, it could take a huge blow. So
sure.
Maybe in the future, I think it'd be fun signing up for something like Gauntlet and Olympic. But we are sticking to air it out and fives non-contact. So awesome. Do not want to repeat. Did you see what happened when we played against Apex in non-contact?
When at Nationals?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I was there for that one.
I'm sure you heard about it.
Oh, so funny. It was so funny. Well, because we got like a little big.
After.
Yeah, so the episode before we went to San Diego, and it was after Vegas. It's like we're like pro team was feeling ourselves.
We won both
like,
formats in Vegas. Yeah. So we're like, okay, like great.
Like we're feeling good. We're feeling good.
Okay,
we're like, okay, we're here to compete.
We had all of our players. That's one thing. Okay, we had everyone. We're like, this is great.
Yeah.
We go to San Diego. We were doing pretty good.
I think we lost 3-4 players in San Diego, especially.
Dude, San Diego, all players just dropped. Like our main QB popped her Achilles. She literally threw a ball and was like celebrating because it was like Kate was gonna go touchdown. And as she jumped up, her foot was like on one of those random sand.
Did you see all those sand pits there?
At San Diego. I don't know if you remember.
I wasn't at San Diego.
Oh, you weren't? Dude, yeah.
Shrooms wasn't in San Diego.
I forgot, but I didn't know if you were there on our team or not. But they had like random sand piles on the grass. I didn't understand why.
It was wild.
So she stepped in one. When she stepped her Achilles, it just popped.
Yeah, like she tore her Achilles.
She's a physical therapist as well, so she knew too as soon as it happened. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Terrible. So then we're trying to finish out the rest of the game. But then other people, who else went down? Another one, like 2 defenders.
Yeah, we had 2 more defenders that went down. It was just kind of a show.
Yeah.
And the episode before, we're like, okay, we can compete. We can actually start competing against these other good pro teams. Yeah. And then that all happened. We released that episode. And then we go to nationals, and then people look back at that episode and they're like, we don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys lost so bad. And it's just like, okay, but you guys need some context here because we do not have like 3 or 4 players. So like,
that's rough.
It was definitely humbling. I would say not horrible, especially that I've never played quarterback. Yeah, like on a pro, like I've never ever played. And so it's like, it wasn't horrible, especially like I was really happy we beat Rise. Rise was a good team.
Yeah.
We went to semis with Game Changers. We ended up losing by a point conversion.
Yeah, but it was like a good game. Like, I was like, okay, I feel better.
It was fun. Like no, it was good. So it's not like we're going to get, but
nationals was rough. But like I think and like shrooms, you guys did really good.
So worlds were just we're not saying anything about worlds. We're just gonna go there. We're gonna play,
have fun,
and have fun.
Honestly, have fun. You guys, it sounds like you still got really good reps though, even without all of your players.
Yeah.
A really good thing. Yeah.
Non-contact, definitely. I have to adjust and realize, like, first of all, buying time is pretty important. I saw a lot of quarterbacks. I would notice, like, Candace, Lacey, Ava, those quarterbacks, they would start rolling out pretty quickly. So I've kind of learned buying a little bit more time with non-contact, and it's not like air it out where you can dink and dunk. So it's like it's definitely different, and super excited.
Well, and like another thing too is I feel like when I watched like you guys, Apex, Game Changers, like you guys in non-contact are also really good at like pitching to each other, just like on the go, and I feel like that's something like our team just is still needing to like.
We just don't practice it. Do you guys practice pitching or?
I wouldn't say not so much. We haven't really been able to practice, but I mean that's probably something a lot of us have just done on different teams that we've played with, right? Yeah. And so it's just the experience of like literally doing it in games and like getting reps in and getting used to like comfortable basically.
I think that's what I was it's
Well, and it's like if you really think about it, break it down to like basketball. When you're in practice doing weaves, it's almost the exact same thing.
Just being ready for it.
It's just be comfortable in throwing that, because like I know we've gotten burned a couple times trying to do it, and it lobs and it ends up getting picked off. So it's just like, okay, are we gonna risk that? Like, I don't,
It's
and then
fair.
also
Team's
being
doing
able
so
to
many
defend
yards.
it,
It's so hard. Yeah.
Well, it's defending it. If you, I think
Yeah.
sometimes, a lot of time, you'll see teams just crash on one person, and it's like if you're pitching, that means just stay in your lane. You don't want to
Kind of
crash
thing.
on
Like,
one person.
bracket, the player almost.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think like for me anyway, whenever we're pitching and I know who's like around me, if I'm
Yeah.
looking for somebody, I'm looking for Bree, I'm looking for Ariel, I'm
Yeah.
looking for one of like my fast people as well. And they're typically the thing is like having players like be aware of that, especially if you're in a non-contact
Yeah.
and knowing to follow the person with the ball,
Yep.
like follow your teammate because they're gonna need you at some point. And so getting yourself in a good position to also receive the pitch, right?
Yeah.
So like it's like that chemistry, like knowing,
Yeah.
okay, I need to get here, like she can probably get it to me here. Or as the person going to pitch, I'm 100% going to
Most people
like
to draw them in.
I'm going to draw them in as far as I can to where they have to commit
And
to me, and
then-
then
Yeah.
I'm letting go of the ball.
Yes.
Or if they're ready, like I'm gonna fake it one time, and if they don't go for that, I'm gonna fake it again, and I'm gonna go.
Bro, I saw you
Or-
do that in Vegas. I was like, holy f- she got it so good. Like, she like basically broke her ankles. Like
I feel like that's just a comfortability
Yeah.
thing, right? And I think of that from basketball too.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's a lot of like faking or just like reacting off of what your defender is doing,
Correct.
right? And so that's just like learning and getting used to doing that. I 100% wouldn't do that when I first started,
Right.
but after I started to learn, I'm like, oh, okay, like I can do this.
Yeah.
Like this is how you do that, and like obviously you're gonna make mistakes at first, but it's just being comfortable with your teammates and kind of like trusting each other.
Yeah, I agree
Honestly,
do you
that.
find yourself doing the pitch this way, or we've especially
like,
with Apex would like actually
did really
throw
good.
it.
Yeah, they would
actually
alternate.
throw.
Yeah.
yeah.
to each
So
other.
you can do that too. I've done that too. It just depends on how far they are.
Yeah.
Right? For
Okay.
me, if they're like right there, I'm more comfortable
Just
pitching.
doing the
But some
little-
people like especially if you don't have a really good grasp on the ball by itself, like
Yeah.
as one. You probably shouldn't like do that unless like you feel comfortable with it, right? Some people
Yeah.
like if they're like pretty far away or you're throwing this way instead of this way, then yeah, I'm probably gonna try to pitch. Sometimes you can't pitch with your left hand, right?
Yeah, I
So-
rugby throw that.
So yeah, I'm just like
Can't.
I'm freaking slinging that thing if they're far enough.
Yeah.
It just depends on the situation, how far they are,
Yeah.
or just what you're comfortable with. So if you're not confident in pitching a ball with your left hand,
Yeah.
I would throw it with your right hand, 100%. It's just whatever you're comfortable with, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Wait. Okay. What's your last name?
Villarreal. Villarreal.
And then what is
But I
it?
say
Yeah. How do you
say-
say? How do you say it?
Villarreal.
Oh boy, I can't.
Via, and there's
Try
a
it.
double R
Do
on
it.
there.
I'm just gonna say
Because like
Angela
when we first introduced you, I was like, oh, we got Angela on here, and I was like, I actually have not seen her last name. I haven't seen it on our Instagram tag, and I was like, we're just gonna go with Angela.
Yep.
Because I do.
That's
not.
good. That's good.
Well, and there's just some people's names that I'm like, it's just better not to even try. Like, you don't want to butcher it and make it worse. Because I think we tried that with like our first or second episode. and I was
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh,
it's okay.
we're done.
a lot of people will be scared to say my last name unless they're like, they know how to roll their R's and they're like, I've
Yeah.
seen this last name, I could say it. But
Yeah.
Nope,
if
I don't.
not, I totally understand. Don't even worry about
Roll.
it.
Where's Ben? Ben could say it. one of our producers, he speaks Spanish, so it's like, oh, he can say, he can roll the R's. He can roll it.
I was gonna ask. So you said that your soon-to-be husband, so he plays flag football too, right?
So he doesn't play flag. He's played football. So
Oh, okay.
he played football beforehand, just
Oh, okay.
tackle football.
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
if he like ever, like played in these tournaments with you too and stuff. Cause
No, but
fun.
he'll travel with us sometimes, so
Yeah.
he'll be at a good amount of them.
Does he ever help like coach or anything?
Not like, I mean, he can.
Yeah.
I usually will go to him for like certain things.
Yeah.
But he tries to like just be there
Stay
to
off
support.
and
Like,
just kinda-
he's not like a you're doing this wrong type
Yeah.
of person. It's
Yeah.
like this isn't like my role, and like I'm just here to support and like
Yeah.
be helpful or whatever. Like he's he's a chill guy on the
No,
sidelines.
that's
for sure.
nice though.
Good. That's kind of nice. I mean, obviously, yeah, both of our husbands coach, and they coach for Utah Sting.
Yeah.
So the dynamic is very interesting. It's
Can't be my coach.
it's been a little difficult,
You never know. It gets like that sometimes.
But like when I'm in a game though, and like say he's not coaching, you know, like the comp team, and he's there, I like to ask him stuff, you know, like, okay, like could I have done this better, you know, or like was that me, you know, and I like those little things. That is nice to have like on the sideline as a coach.
For sure. It's hard to remember sometimes, like, okay, it's just coach and player mode.
Yep.
But once you can kind of split that, I don't think I've completely.
Yeah, tell me how.
I can't. I have
Because
not.
she's the pro Q right now, and Ben is like the head coach, which is her husband.
Yeah. So it's been very interesting. For Worlds, we're taking on her husband as the QB coach, and so I think that'll be a bit of a buffer. So,
anyways, I was just curious if like your husband played or not. So, but that's so cool though.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I think we covered everything we wanted to cover. Is there?
Amazing.
I mean, we can just end it now. Then I think we
could shout out her 1% performance.
Hell
where
yeah.
it's at. We'll like put like the Instagram tag or something.
Yeah, put it all on there.
I was looking at it, dude. I was like, I think I need to sign up for this. Do you do like virtual training stuff?
100%,
or like,
yes.
Huh.
I was looking at it, I'm like, I might need this.
I got you.
After this last talent ID camp.
We need to check it out for sure.
Okay, well, sweet, dude. Thank you so much.
Angela, thank you so much. I know there was a lot of back and forth for a little bit with holidays going on. We were pretty busy, but we appreciate you coming on. It's been fun having you on here, and we are so excited to see you guys at Worlds.
Yeah, this will be awesome.
Yes,
so.
definitely.
Okay, we're gonna end it, and we'll just see you on the flip.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, Angela.
Thank you so much, Angela.
Of course.